Hey there, welcome to Randomness of Rudy. My name is Tracey. I'm a consulting astrologer and a certified life coach. And welcome to my playlist, What's Your Sign, Virgo? This is a playlist that focuses on what it means to have the planets in our solar system, specifically the sun through the planet Jupiter, in the sign of Virgo. And it's a playlist that was inspired for parents who have children with placements in the sign of Virgo and their birth chart. But of course, if you're an adult watching this playlist, these videos also apply to you if you have planets in the sign of Virgo in your chart. And so if you haven't seen the first video, Sun in Virgo, be sure to check that out if that applies to you. In this particular video, we're going to talk about what it means to have the moon in the sign of Virgo. And so know it or not, when we are born, all of the planets in our solar system are positioned in different zodiac signs. And each planet means something specific to your personality, to your child's personality. And so not only do we have a sun sign, we also have a moon sign, we have a Mercury sign, we have a Venus sign, all of the above. The moon in astrology describes how we deal with our feelings, how we deal with our emotions. The moon tells the story of what gives us a sense of emotional safety and emotional security. Virgo, meanwhile, is an earth sign. All of the signs of the zodiac belong to one of four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And I always describe earth signs, generally speaking, as the planners of the zodiac, because these are signs that tend to be pretty strategic, pretty methodical, pretty grounded and pragmatic when it comes to how they move through their day-to-day. Now, Virgo is probably the most planning of all of the earth signs, definitely the most planning of all of the zodiac signs, and that it's a sign that values a kind of efficiency when it comes to how it manages daily routines. Virgo is very detail-oriented, very organized. I often joke and say even the messiest Virgo knows where everything is. And it's a sign that needs a kind of orderliness as it relates to how they manage their day-to-day. And the big reason why is because Virgo values simplicity. Virgo prides itself on an ability to be productive and to be productive in an efficient way. So it's why Virgos are notorious for breaking things down, mapping out plans from A to Z, doing so with great attention to detail in order to essentially ensure that life operates like a well-oiled machine. And so if you have your moon in the sign of Virgo, or if you are raising a child with their moon in the sign of Virgo, you may find that what gives your child or what gives you a sense of emotional safety and security is knowing that everything is as it should be. And so whether that's sticking to a particular routine, waking up at the same time, having some level of order to your environment where you live, the spaces that you frequent, having a routine in place when it comes to everything from what you feed your body. Virgo is known to have a very nervous energy about them, which often impacts the digestive system. So you may find Moon and Virgo children especially are very particular with the foods that they eat. They're very sensitive to the foods that they eat. So there needs to be some intentionality with what we feed ourselves with the Moon and Virgo. And even when it comes to, again, your schedule, your responsibilities, having a plan in place that brings some level of organization to your lifestyle. These are things that make Moon and Virgo natives feel a sense of safety and security. And this is important because when things are in disarray, when things are not organized, when there's no level of orderliness to daily routines and daily affairs, this can generate a lot of anxiety for Moon and Virgo natives. So these are things that you want to be mindful of, especially, again, if you're raising a child with their moon in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is also known to be very service-oriented, and so Moon and Virgo natives often feel a strong need to be needed. It's a placement that likes to help, and it's a placement that feels good when they can help, lend a helping hand in ways that are efficient and ways that bring about tangible results. And so that too is going to bring a sense of emotional stability to Moon and Virgo natives. And at the same time, you want to make sure your Moon and Virgo child isn't creating emergencies to feel needed. You also want to make sure that if you have your Moon in Virgo, you're not being taken for granted when it comes to your giving nature, okay? Sometimes Moon and Virgo natives like to create emergencies so that they feel like they are being productive and that, again, they're needed. And so you want to make sure that Moon and Virgo children, or if you yourself have your moon in the sign of Virgo, you want to make sure you're learning how to keep your own affairs in order. Focus your attention there so that you can, in fact, create emotional stability for yourself without looking to others to give you that feeling of comfort and safety and security, okay? Now, keep in mind, we're only talking about the moon sign. As I said earlier, when we're born, all of the planets are in different zodiac signs, each planet representing something specific as it relates to our personality. And so if you're a parent wanting to learn more about your child's full astrological makeup, their sun sign, their Venus sign, their Saturn placement, visit my website at babyastrologybooks.com and purchase their first astrology book. These books are 32 to 34 pages long, written by me, professionally published, and they make wonderful gifts. If you are an adult wanting to learn more about your full astrological makeup, visit my website at traceylrogers.com and book yourself a personal reading. Until next time, take care.